at Georgia, run stopping and being an anchor. So I definitely think that I'll continue to carry that on and improve while I'm in the NFL. Honestly, just this is all new to me, so I'm just taking it all in. But just being in front of the coaches and the GMs and being in front of all the personnel of the teams, that really stuck out to me. You'll hear about it, but you never really experience it till you're here. And it's definitely a cool experience because these are coaches that I grew up watching. They lead teams that's Super Bowl winning, and it's just being a part of that and being interviewed by those coaches is a pretty great honor. Not yet. I have them today, I believe.
Jordan, you mentioned being an anchor in the middle of the defense. I think everybody knows what you bring as a run stopper. But do you feel at all like you're getting pigeonholed into that role exclusively, and maybe what do you offer as a in the pass rush department?
Definitely. Everybody knows, I'm a run stopper, and pass rush kind of goes by the wayside with me. But definitely in the off season, that's something I've been working on. I called on, a few people. I have working out with Chuck Smith, who's known as Dr. Pass Rush. So that's just one of those people. I feel myself when I have a disadvantage, I want to make sure that I kind of even the odds and bring that up to the same level. It's just all working about improvement. This is what it's all about in the off season. You want to improve and get better, and I definitely think that I'm doing that.
How much are you confident in moving around that defensive line too? Obviously, very tough zero technique goes, but what about moving over to the three? Is that something you could do maybe moving out wider than that?
Well, I played three in college, so I played anything from the 0 to the 3, so that's second nature. But definitely learning. You don't know everything when you go in here, and it's all about learning. And whatever they're willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn.
Jordan, I know his position shifted a little bit, but I'm just curious kind of what impact Will Muschamp had on your game the last year and kind of what influence he had on sort of your development this year, if at all.
Definitely. I mean, we all love Muschamp. He's a Georgia boy, so, he was at South Carolina and everything, but, he's born and bred. But, he has that defensive analyst, I think that's his title, so, those are like the little tidbits before each week. He gives us little nuggets, and that just contributes to help us in our play and our style. So we can move faster. And he's always looking for those little things and little details.
Jordan, what have you been working on since the championship game between now and then, and what are you planning to do here at the Combine?
My first order of business was to get my mind, body, and soul right. It's a long season. And just being able to, relax with my family and have that time with them, especially with my little brothers, that was very important. And then training out there, I was in Exos with Vontae, so, I had a piece of home with me, so it made the process a lot easier. And just being able to get better in pass rushing, get better in conditioning, get ready for this combine, definitely across the board, not even for me, but for the Georgia boys, we're going to have a great combine. I'm confident in all of us, so just one of those things where you just keep moving, you keep moving forward, and you can't really look too far ahead, but you just want to be where your feet are.
Jordan, with so many superstars on your Georgia defense, how does that help you prepare for the National Football League where there's going to be stars at every position?
It's not about the stars. It's about how well you play your position. If you're good enough, you're going to be on the field. And that's kind of one of the things that drove us as Georgia defense. We wanted to call ourselves a no-name defense because, although we had all the stars, it was really nobody above each other, and we all played for each other. And I know, going into the next level, it's a different dynamic, but, at the end of the day, I'm a competitor, I like to win, and so whatever it takes for us to win, then I'm willing to do it.
Jordan,
Playing well this past season, what's the highest weight you've ever played at, and then what do you want to play at the pro level, please?
Definitely, 350 was the average weight I was during the season. The highest I ever been was probably like 360. Right now, I'm trending down, and I'm closer to the 340s. And I think once I get into the 330, I think that would be my spot, and that's where I like to stay. But, wherever I land, whatever they have for me, whatever plan in place, I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So that should be no issue.
Jordan, I know you played high school ball with Eric Douglas over at South Carolina. I'm just curious kind of what y'all's relationship is like and what it was like playing with him in Mallard Creek.
It's cool. Mallard Creek, it's definitely a deep-rooted system. Once you leave, you're in there forever. So no matter how far we go, we always be connected with that. Eric Douglas is a talented player, I'm really excited to see him play, and I'm excited to see him on this stage this time next year. Just keep working. Do the same thing that we did this year. It's about the love. You know, we always talked about love for our team, and you know, in order for a team to be well-rounded and well-connected, they have to have that love. So I'm sure those boys, they know what it takes to win, especially the older guys. So they should be in good shape next year. It's good. It's a good feeling, you know, winning a natty, and especially, you know, coming back to the place we won a natty. It's definitely a great feeling. You know, it's one of those things like you've been here before, and you know you won here, so you know you just carry yourself different when you're a winner.
Jordan, who are some of the guys that are going to emerge at Georgia now that you, Devontae, Trayvon moving on?
Definitely Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, Zion Lowe, those guys, and a few freshmen that's gonna you know, step up and do their thing, and I'm just willing, ready to see them play. You know, they know what to do. They're well coached, and just to see them next year, it'll be a great experience.
Jordan, do you plan on doing everything out there in terms of drills and testing, and what do you want to show the scouts and the GMs?
Definitely how athletic I am. I definitely think I could play that to my advantage. You know, it's a lot of speculation about my 40 time and everything. I think that's one of the things that I'm really ready to go out there and be excited. But not only for the 40-yard dash, because, you know, as a lineman, you're not going to really be running 40 yards. So I'm more worried about my 10-yard split and getting a fast start.
Jordan, how would you describe Dan Lanning, defensive coordinator?
Very detailed, energetic. Oregon got a good one. So
describe your role in the Georgia defense and the mid package there, and how important that is. Because you're really freeing up the backers and how you have to take to that personally, and how that works in that defense.
Well, you know, in our scheme, I play 0, and I always say 2 on me, somebody's free. So I'll free up the linebackers and the Kobe so they can make plays and everything. And it's just one of those things that you have to be selfless about. You're not going to make every play, you know, especially at that nose position. But if you can do anything to influence the play, then that would be pretty good. At first, I decided against it, but eventually I kind of flew into it. At first, it was uncertainty. I didn't know like what to do. I didn't know how to go about it, but with a little bit of help, and my mom, she kind of spearheaded the whole operation. So with her, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. We knew exactly what we wanted to do, and it felt good just, you know, being able to like buy Christmas presents for my mom and my brothers, and it was one of those things that, you know, like beyond the game, it makes you feel good.
Do you think college players should be paid a salary?
It's not my place.
Yeah, what do you have to show the NFL teams to make them believe you can play on all 3 downs?
Definitely pass rush ability and conditioning. That's the biggest 2 things, but I'm working towards that. I feel like I'm at that level. You know, you just have to keep your knives sharp. You have all the tools in your toolbox. You have to make sure they work. So we continue to keep working, and at the end of the day, when that time comes and my name is called, then, you know, I'll be ready to work.
What are some of the things Chuck Smith is showing you that might help you with that?
Just drills and repetition. I'm a repetition guy. I keep working, so it's stuck in my brain. So, you know, I can't really give out specific drills and everything, but it's just one of those things. Like, you watch a lot of film, you watch the people who do it well in the NFL, and you try to add it to your toolbox. And Chuck Smith, he taught me to not confine myself to a certain box, and not confine myself to a certain category. No matter how big I am, you know, you could always be an athlete. You could do the things that the little guys can too.
Everybody knows the physical gifts you got, but talk about the mental aspect of playing a position you play with a guy trying to W you, and they're trying to, you know, trap you and all that kind of stuff. The mental part you go through.
Definitely. The mental thing is just being selfless. You have to give up yourself in some plays to make sure that others eat, and it's one of those things that you take pride in. You know, mentally, you have to be really tough, especially coming from a program like Georgia. You have to be mentally tough to even be in a program. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're all ready. all the Georgia boys are ready. So, I think we'll do well.
You and Devontae both talked about being first rounders together.
Yeah, definitely. The power of the tongue is really important. You have a lot of power in what you say, and I believe in speaking things into existence. And if it doesn't shake out that way, then after that, you just work. And so Devontae and I, we keep faith. We speak highly of each other. We speak highly for each other. And, anything that we do, we want to do it together because that's my brother.
Jordan, I talked to Cam Hayward yesterday. He brought up your name first, obviously, as an all-coast deal. Who do you study at the position in the league? Speaking of Cam Hayward and Aaron Donald.
Definitely. All those guys, but one person that I really honed in was John Henderson from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Very old name, and not a lot of kids say that nowadays, but he's just one of those guys when I first started watching football that I was drawn to, and he's one of those guys that I study. We're compatible in, stature and size, but it's just he's in my eyes, he's one of the greats.
Jordan, you mentioned John. He's another Outland Trophy winner, an interior defensive lineman in addition to the Benert. You're one of the guys that looks like you're going to be a College Football Hall of Famer someday with those awards, a national championship. Does it still seem surreal looking back on your Georgia career?
Definitely. Football has brought me opportunities that I would never thought of. Even being in front of y'all today, it's a dream. It's an honor, and you can't do anything but thank God. You have to thank the Most High, and every day every moment I think about it, I'm like, man, thank you, because I could be anywhere in this world, but I'm here in front of y'all today.
2 more questions for Jordan.
Oh man, the Lions style, they brought the energy. Honestly,
It's not really any banner. We all here for a reason. We all getting to the same place that we all want to go. We just have fun, honestly. You got to keep it light, especially in this time right here. You keep it light. We're always laughing. We're always having fun. And I know for me, I don't want to let football get the best of me. If I start thinking about it too much, I start stressing. So I always try to throw in a laugh and have a good time.
Jordan, when did it hit you that you'd won a national title?
Honestly, it hit me when I came back. This week.
If you had to show a NFL coach one game to sum up the reason they should pick you in the first round, which game would it be?
I say Clemson. My Clemson game. That's a game that pops up a lot in the film studies.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks.